Welcome to another edition of GNL Re, DiVE. It's October the 3rd, and I'm joined again with Melga, aka Grandmaster Melgus, aka the Melganator, aka High Melga Cannon,
Hello, everyone.
who's hopefully at a comfortable volume. We'll find out later.
Yes, we
Um,
will.
we didn't cover last week due to some personal issues in both our lives, but we're back with a whole mess of stuff to at least glance at for
Indeed.
content this week. I don't feel terribly great about this week in particular either.
Mm, I understand. I understand.
Green.
It's not breaking.
Okay.
Uh,
You purple.
it's not breaking
You yellow.
any crazy notes. At most, what we can do is glance a bit about what we had uh, from the league starting. But at most, that's it. We now have 2 leagues
Yeah.
into the new mode.
Which is,
And Harrison. Did we talk about Harrison?
we didn't talk about Harrison, but let's just add him to the list after Gremory so we can follow up a
Yes.
really depressing speech from me with something really cool.
Exactly.
Harrison Martin, because his name is Martin, as should be, as has been.
That'll be fun. I really like that one.
So this week at least, if we get the
Mhm.
depressing notes out of the way so we don't end on a bummer, we end up getting a single event entry and a single banner entry. It's a standard. They gave us
Yeah,
a little bit of a break as far as just shooting out nonstop content.
exactly. I feel like this week was like a breather for most people, as it was like we just got the update for the arena shop at the start of the week, and then we got the new arena suit as we talked about. So we got the standard, the arena suit, and the event suit. So it's let's just say it's a calm week compared.
Yeah.
Let's see what we will
The
get next week or in a few hours.
the event suit isn't even terrible. It just does absolutely nothing to get me excited for it. It's cool. Corrin's a cool character.
I
The
agree.
suit itself looks great. This is fantastic skin top to bottom. But there's nothing it does mechanically that really excites me, and I hate that. I want it to be
Yes.
good, but
The only thing that you can say is that the RMX skill you can use it from far away,
if you say
because
so.
that's probably the only way you're not going to get interrupted.
Well, it puts you pretty high up in the air.
Yeah.
I did some run through it through Desolate Battlefield. It puts you up high enough that things generally aren't going to catch you, except for big AOE stuff. But like
Hmm.
the second that you drop back down to real boy levels, they're just gonna peg you.
Damn.
I don't have the video on hand. I would have to find it in boosters, but I went into Desolate. I targeted a farther away GNX and got myself surrounded by threes.
Hmm.
Launched it. The initial slam did absolutely nothing. It doesn't need to connect to do anything,
Okay.
which is I
That's
guess is
pretty good.
okay. And then you jump up in the air. They're swinging at where I was standing. They're shooting near me, but not hitting me. I launch off the fist for almost no damage. And the second, like, my body gets down enough for them to catch with an upswing, I'm on my ass.
Hmm. Yeah.
I was also taking damage as I was going up, so while you do have some degree of armor, you have no frames.
Hmm.
It's a lot of work for long range D damage.
Yeah, it is. And considering we have stuff like and
Look at Edge Fling.
yeah, edge fling. Edge fling
Go
is
grab
enough.
some Exia legs from the most basic capsule ever and do the same thing but better.
Yeah, and Axia has the same cooldown profile,
Yeah.
so you for 1v1 it is
I'm
instant,
not
so
even
it should
talking
be
about
okay.
Alter. I'm talking about just another D power skill you can go pick up that does same thing but better, but is still bad. And then you
Yeah,
can alter it.
and then you can alter it, which brings us to completely outclassing this one.
Yeah. I mean, the fist is cool. The fist is neat. It looks neat. Those arms are a cool aesthetic. Everything about this for skins is going to be great.
Also, I do like the stats on the axe. I admit, it's a very good. It's not.
All it
Let's just say
has
it's
is just barely not enough attack and nothing else. That's my opinion on it. We've
no.
been
The mace is
getting
okay.
we've been getting event weapons in this tier anyway the whole time. The last
Yes,
one that
like
everyone just really blew up over was the Hildofer twins that were barely above 9.
oh yeah, like the Helmwig. The Helmwig
Wait,
were also
Helmwich was
good.
good too?
Helmwig was good. Not that good, but was good. But
I
yeah, I
don't
get it.
doubt you. I don't like to doubt you. I'm gonna go
No, it was. I think it. Well, at least the value was good. Just choose great sword or
It's
big weapon.
still 87 with no other support stats.
Mm,
You're just biased.
87.
You're just actually biased.
Yeah, no, it loses
Yeah.
200 to get twice. It loses 200 to get twice as much armor. So it's a matter of what you want to
I
do.
guess that makes the drill a little bit worse then, honestly.
Yeah,
Wait, twice as much armor? Oh wait, really? Only had 900 on the drill? God, that's not great.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, we've been getting event weapons near this. That's actually really good.
Well,
We've been
and
getting event weapons
these
near
duels actually have a
this
damage rate.
level of power anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not impressed by a weapon that has high 8000s and nothing else.
True.
It's got weird
True. They work.
tags. It has an okay EX that I feel like you can grab anything else and have a better time with. That's not a combo.
Mm-hmm. Being well, in my
Defense
case, I
doesn't
just think that
do
it's
anything.
yeah, it's a B plus attack, and
What I said in my page for this week for it is that I'm not highlighting it, not because it's not an effective EX that hurts people, but that it's doing the same exact thing at EX1 that it is at EX10.
yeah. You don't get any amazing advantage or
No, boosting that defense buff
anything.
isn't going to do jack.
It's
Defense just
just there.
doesn't do anything. And I hate
Mm.
it. Look at that
Yeah.
max resistance. It's depressing. It's alright.
At least,
Still,
well, let's just say that it's a pretty unique looking weapon.
yeah.
Even with the ogre weapon, this one is bigger.
Hey, maybe axes are hot. They'll
Yeah,
get their glow up eventually.
let's hope so.
Even Korn himself is. He doesn't feel that much better than the basic level of 4200 pilots that we have in the 3-star pool. If I remember one of the early ones is set to standard, it was Rambarol. Rambarol peaked out at 1100 melee, right? With the mark system now, he's sitting at 4200. 4200 is now that tier that the 1100s used to occupy. So seeing him at 47 with some other balanced stats, I guess he's okay, but he's not.
It's not game breaking. Also, especially we've been getting weekly 3-star tickets. So if you need a better pilot for this, you probably won't have any issues
better
with
3-star pilots.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure how many of them get closer to 5. His stat line's pretty.
Argo does.
And he has mobile fighter, right?
Yeah, Argo is mobile fighter. You also have the good old Arena Isaac.
I mean, I'm happy we have him, because this is a free pilot off of a Sokai week. Unprecedented, as far as I remember. And he has a hat, so it's great. I don't know. It feels like a really flat event where, while nothing is offensive,
we just got him.
Nothing I like.
We just got Corin after Dazzle for Zetas, and Dazzle is above 5.
With Dazzle is both, just as wacky.
Dazzle is 50 97 on both armor and melee attack, with both 2k defenses.
Wow, that's kind of
so
gross.
It is for a free pilot that you can easily max. It makes Corin look pretty bad.
Yeah, he's also a little shit. Besides that, ignore my 90 mancha. In fact, I think he should be 91. Let's correct an injustice real quick.
Well, and there's also Gremory Re, which
There we
was
go.
free for everyone.
As long as you were around when it came out. I do actually feel bad about newer players missing out all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, Gremory Re was a great pilot for new players. He peaks at 4.5, so he's like only 200 under Corin, which with 6k armor, so it's like clearly better.
I guess he might be an improvement on Tatsu, even though, you know, Tatsu wasn't great when he came out either.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for the last few freebies that we got from events.
It was
Sorting by
Desolate.
date.
Desolate
Wow,
and Tatsu,
and then I
yeah.
hit Naosuke and Gamero. Oof. Stiff competition there. What about Lasse?
No,
Even Lasse is more than acceptable.
Yes, Lasse is acceptable with the mark system.
I mean, big armor, good enough attack, even though he's got some shooter tags.
When we eventually get the reprint, most players will have less issues with that pilot.
This is what I mean by like the baseline standard of a decent 3-star. It's all the ones that were sitting with 1100 stat lines before the mark system hit them. This is what they end up coming out as.
Yeah, but you can just grab. I don't know. Do we still have Fred available?
Fred's no longer available. Fred came with Pixie.
Oh yeah, yeah. So looking straight up at it, I would say if you need a in-fighter pilot, Corin is okay.
He's not something I'm going to heavily invest in. I mean,
just don't
max that trade out for the. I had the resources to max everything out, so I maxed out all the traits at least. I did not mind spending the resources. My turn A and G-Reco multiplier is pretty generous. I got above 1,000. I would still suggest putting up his trait, if not his level, just his trait for your pilot grade if you need it. Otherwise, I don't see a reason to even put marks on him or put him all the way.
No. I think, I would not push this too far at all.
It's inoffensive, but it's just kind of there.
Nah. It's one of those that I would only use if I needed like something for heavy armor to level it up for the tag. Or in fighter, as you said.
Goodbye, Corin. You're cool, I guess. The other thing we got this week was the preview of the Gremory before its actual high-grade kit release. Which is... alright. I have some very mixed feelings about this. Everything is fun about fashion on this guy. This guy looks great. They nailed it. It's going to be a great
head. The head uncovers when you awaken.
My problem, I actually just finished proofing out the review page for this. I got a little far behind, but I stayed up and finished it. I was not kind. If I am grading solely on the say chart, you know, pinned to the wall over there, that says 5 is perfect, start docking away when you find a flaw, this guy did not get out too well.
Totally understandable. Totally understandable. A lot of things on this guy are arguable at best.
You see Gundam type in close combat on suits that are trying to be a mixed split, that are trying to be some kind of outsider focus, some kind of mid-shooter focus, or some kind of mixed build. This does not have that. This whole thing is trying to point straight into melee. So Gundam type as a whole, with the exception of a few pieces that have acceptable armor, doesn't do a damn thing for the stat line on any part of this.
The only thing it does is that it's a widely available tag, so getting a sub part for it will not be an issue.
That's why
But that's like at most like a saving grace, you know, not
yeah.
something you say first and foremost. It's like at least it is widely available.
That's why
Like
I actually gave the back an acceptable score, because not only does the back give you a reason to run it,
mhm,
it's something that you can almost accidentally finish on most builds. So it's not the end of the world there. Gundam type, probably tied with high firepower, is like the most common tag.
true, true. We see it everywhere.
But going out through this thing, you just have a weird combination of okay stats. The stats on
Hmm.
all of this, except for one piece that I want to confusingly rant about, are fine. The stats are just acceptable for standard.
Yeah,
It's not really going to lose it on any. But the
it's like
traits
from
and EXs
if
presented don't do
after
anything.
the newest alters, like for that side,
Yeah.
for
Well, that's an alter.
uh,
That's cheating.
we look, yeah. But it's like it's what it's competing on, at least, you know, like
Yeah.
something that is widely available and just became available too. So those new alters, P that side as well, V2 AB, this is fighting with all of that. So it's not very favorable.
I think that the torso makes out the best on this entire thing.
Mm.
Of all the parts
Yeah,
on the kit, the
stat
torso
wise,
makes out the best. You have good stats. GT doesn't get in the way that badly. In fact, like you said, it makes subbing a lot easier in a lot of cases.
exactly.
I think it actually has some stats that GT supports, except for physical resistance. Womp womp.
Mm.
It has some
And
stats that
for,
can actually benefit from the tag, mainly that high armor. And it
yeah,
actually has a useful trait.
yeah.
Some people might not like revives. Some people might be, full forward meta focused. They want to
Well,
kill the other guy fast. But
let's be honest. Let's be honest. In the current game, revives are mostly a joke trait. We use it for fun.
if
Maybe if in an emergency, but most of the time,
that's why I like this revive, because its cost is so much lower than other ones. You don't need 5 pieces, 5 pips of a tag, five for an attribute to activate this revive. You just have to slap an axe on your skin and you have 125 to 150% health.
to be honest, this is, and considering that it's a T-type, I could play around with this on my tank build and come out okay.
Like, if you're going through very hard free missions, if you're still having trouble with EXs or ultimates, if crew missions are giving you a little bit of a hassle, you throw on a single part on your skin, not even affecting your stat line, and you can get away with a free revive. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a free heal. It's like a
Unlike the
free
other
one-time
revives
killing.
that need you to line up with their attribute or their tag. Gremory Re is kind of obnoxious sometimes, trying to force space on there.
Yes, for space, if you can proc it, the well, Gomrohe is like an instant slot in. But yeah, but yes, this is a good chess piece. I
The
would
part that I
say.
think suffered the most on this entire thing, that is confusing me to no end, are these goddamn arms. What is happening here?
I'll be honest, they look great,
They look great.
and and they remind me of Live Lance arms looks wise. The shoulders.
Even giving it a second look, that shot attack is acceptable. But like, what the hell is this? Less than 1,000
Yes,
armor, a barely 1,000 shot defense, no resist.
it's
A D power
extremely
mag and then GT and 400.
the those tags are suffering. I would not recommend this to anyone. I would say it's like it's better to use, I don't know, P type arms that side, you know, and then this without even altering, just because of the tags and the mag being there.
Like, the only thing that saved this from a 1 by criteria is that those melee stats together conversion are actually really fierce,
Mm-hmm.
and that raw shot attack is more than usable. But
Yes.
otherwise, it is paper thin, and it has
I would
no
rather use
other
those V2,
advantages.
those V2 AB arms that we saw
Yeah,
last week. I would rather go there. Last week, 2 weeks ago, but yeah.
it's weird to think about. Middling, everything else, I don't care for the legs. Stats are okay, but it has the same tag and trait problem. Like, nothing's happening there. The back at least gets a little bit of leeway by giving you a pip of what it needs for its trait, making the trait dependent on at least an incredibly common tag you might accidentally finish.
Mm.
It's still
Yeah,
not good.
the tag combination. This is like 2.1 on the back from Nodley,
And
trait
then
wise.
and then the anchor is almost entirely the same situation as Corrin's drill, to me.
Mm.
You have what is acceptable stats for the tier of
Current
part this
level.
is, with
Yeah,
absolutely nothing else going on, and a basic ass combo.
it is a basic ass combo, but it has some super armor and wiggles around, so it's
Wiggles
okay,
is a
you
good
know?
term for it.
It
Kami played around a bit with it in Desolate Battlefield for me just to check out the range on it, and the range on those actually swings. Let's call them not the AOE range, but like the horizontal range, the reach
mm-hmm.
is really depressing.
Oh,
It is
shame
literal
though.
physical to the model. You are not getting any extra reach out of it like you would with something like what's that scythe skill I really love? It's not Deadly Circle, but it is actually Deadly Circle.
Oh yeah, the one that slashes in front of
Yeah,
you, like the Zaku
360
F2.
around you actually.
Oh, oh, that's the one with the
Dead Scythe
Phantom
has
Zaku.
it.
Phantom
Uh,
Zaku one?
yeah, Izaku Zaku has it. That has some extra range outside of the model of the actual axe that hits in a 360 around you and has an appreciable distance it travels. This literally goes as far as the model. It's it's not great, and you don't move either. Like you said, you wiggle. You
Exactly.
wiggle, wiggle, wiggle just in place, and hopefully
if
something
they're
walks
if
close to you.
they're if the enemies are hugging you, it works.
If you
But
have positioned
yeah,
yourself into a situation where you have the maximum density of enemies surrounding you, and you decided this is the option that you have set yourself up with specifically for that scenario, what are you doing? Like, all I can think of is that you walked into that crowd on purpose to try to justify using this.
God. Yeah, no, you're right. I would not.
Gremory didn't get a really good showing, which is a shame. It looks amazing.
But
It looks
it
absolutely
does.
amazing. The kit's going to be fantastic when it comes out. It's cool that we got an early preview, just like we did with something like Boundock or even Earth 3. The
Mm,
Gunpla was out for Earth 3, but the first episode of Re-Rise hadn't actually aired when we got it in game.
interesting.
That was a cool little preview we got previously. So I'm happy that they do stuff like that for us. It's just
Yes, they do.
not a very good kit.
I will accept it as a piece of fashion, you know? It's like, it is what it is in this game. For if you want to optimize, either you get the good ones or you just might as well just leave it be for it to look funny.
The other content drop we got last week that I did not touch upon yet is wonderful. And that would be
Yes.
Harrison Barton's F91, something I wouldn't call predicted, but I had at least wanted to be an arena tier for a long time.
Yes,
You know,
it's
not quite.
whenever we
Yeah,
talked about it, it fits the whole setup of arena suits, like ace suits with pilots that do some showing but are not main characters.
yeah. It's not the same hype, it's not the same power, it's not the same potential as the actual F91. In fact, even in
Mm-hmm.
universe, it is omitted a bunch of systems from it just so they can crank out a dozen of them.
Yeah,
But it's
this is
still cool.
the weaker version of the two.
It still has two VSBRs. Firepower is relevant when your main weapon just wrecks everything.
Exactly. This works. This
All it's
suit
missing is the psychic bullshit systems, like
uh
the biocomputer and the maybe possibly we don't talk about it psycho frame that might or might not be in there
We
that
know
they
nothing
retconned
about that.
years later.
We know nothing about that. We know about the metal peel-off effect
Yeah, that's no longer part of the
and the
system.
biocomputer. This one does not have those, but let me tell you, this suit can wreck
It moves
everything.
fast. It has VSBRs. It has a beam shield. You have a perfect loadout for late UC. You have a
Yeah, it's
weapon that can
just really
penetrate
solid.
or destroy anything it hits, and you have a beam shield and high mobility. Cool. Congrats, you just won. It really comes out strong too.
It does. If you check the maximum stats of this one, with it, the suit itself has a lot of synergy. The head has a shot buff with speed, which fits mag usage,
It's not
and
bad. It's
it has two shot tags, so it's a good head. Stat wise, it's not breaking any barriers,
no.
but if you
It's
consider
effective
it
enough.
if you consider it as a whole product, having a shot buff with speed and two shot tags in the head with nearly 7k, it's okay. I would say it's a pretty okay suit.
Okay.
Just starting from the head.
The head EX, I'm gonna go on record say that I do not like because it falls into a category of skill that I call boring Trans Am. You get a speed buff, you get a 20% boost, and you have the same sad awakening profile everything else does.
Do note that this is an arena suit, so it's easy to max. That's the only thing
Okay,
that can
cool. So
save
you go
this
from sad
to usable.
worst Trans Am is something I don't like to see. It's why I don't really
Mm,
care for awakenings in the first place when a buff can do a similar job.
it's okay. It's an
It's
okay
alright.
one.
We get 2 B-Mags though, that's cool.
Exactly.
This guy has a lot of shots, it has pretty decent accuracy at range, it fires fast. It's a good mag.
Yes, I saw the chest one being used to clear a few maps.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would put it right up with Tierra and Towsy.
and it has a lot of shots. It's fast, lots of hits, so it works. It clearly works fine.
Yeah. And like you said before, the stats aren't breaking any boundaries, but they work. This actually reminds me of something like V2 Assault Buster when it first came out, before its alter.
Yeah.
As far as everything's above 2, you got cozy stat lines all across the board.
And
I
here in the chest, it has force space, but considering how many times you see force space in this suit,
Yeah.
you're like one tag away from
Force
activating
Space is not the
everything.
worst 4 tag. Force Space has a healthy support pool, and it's on
Hmm.
enough good things to make work. Force Space is in an
Now,
okay place.
now we go to the
It's
controversial
not
part, in
400.
my opinion.
Controversial because I don't like it. And
Maybe.
yeah, we'd be looking at the arms, which have okay stats, but nothing I would say justifies a loss of your shield.
Yeah, in my case, I would say like starting at 4k shot with 5k defense. It does take the shield slot, but it has a Federation tag. So in
Yeah,
Federation lets you use a good subs, so it transfers a
so
lot of
does
stats.
so does Hazel Shield.
Well, yeah, I know.
I think controversial part is that signal trait going on here being a back boost. I've been on record explaining my stance on part-specific boosts and how much I don't care for them. It's a free arm boost, which I guess isn't bad.
Exactly.
I just don't think this is a very strong part of the kit.
Well, I get it. You can use the RX78 as a sub, like as we talked about,
Mm-hmm.
to
For
help
a
with the
Federation.
transfer. Yeah, I like
and get two decent
the
trades.
back X skill power boost because it's, in this case, back is one of the best supported ones in the game. So you have a lot of those, and you can use stuff like IWSP, VSBR, Legilis back, and even the recent GL turn back, which has a really low initial cooldown to yeet an enemy out of the way.
I guess. Though I
So
also
they
have.
fit for arena, you know? It's like it's there, it's usable,
I
not gonna
guess
break the
it's
world, but
17,
it's good.
30%. It's standard tier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking about also the resources, how many arena coins you're gonna need to max this. Like
Yeah.
that compared to just grabbing some maxed green arms you have forever, Jester or Dovin
Mm,
Wolf or something, and just altering those quick.
yeah, that's the only arguable part. Yeah, the most arguable part is that and losing the shield slot. I would say it's usable. I'm not gonna say it's the best
I know
ever.
people like that it's a standard tier trade at least. Same with these legs. I know a lot of people are happy about that reduction because it's a very easy
Oh,
trigger and it's a 1730.
one of our fans was helping me with the map. Thank
We
you.
don't have fans.
And he said that it's
Is it just mana?
104
It's
to
probably
max
just
the
mana.
arms.
104, yeah. Considering how many you get per day, that is actually quite a bit.
Yeah, it is. It's around 3 to 4 days.
Yeah. Let's see here. I mean, I like the legs. Wait, do the legs have... Why do the legs feel like they have better stats than the torso? Hold that thought. Where's my
No, they
sticky?
don't.
I mean, maybe not better, but like...
They are
Torso should
slightly
be better.
offensively they're better, but they have less armor.
22 melee,
That's the difference.
22
Like the armor
shot,
is
24
the
MDef,
chest has
24
2k,
shit.
3k armor.
Wow, armor. I guess the defenses are higher on the torso too, but actually higher offenses on the legs. That's weird.
It is.
That's weird.
Well, they're good enough that they're not exactly the same as the
No,
chest, but
these
they're
are
unique
great
enough to
legs.
use.
Out of curiosity, the
Also,
last monster leg we got was Hazel 2. What are you looking at for stats, Hazel 2?
yeah,
Wow,
Hazel
that
2
was a
was nice.
mistake. I am so sorry, Harrison Martin. I should not have opened this box.
Well, yeah. I mean, Hazel is optimized, but this one, I give it a. I would say
I
it's
mean,
a
it also
try.
has melee. It's not. We're not trying to
Yeah,
compare it to a pure shot machine, but still, Hazel 2.
exactly.
What the fuck?
Also, the trade is a clear win for Harrison in this case. It's a universal one-piece reduction for melee. It's
Rifle's
good.
popular. Rifle's supported. Yeah, that's pretty great.
And it has 2 shot tags, one of them being one of the best ones available in the game right now. Commander is pretty much on spot, so I would say it's okay. Hazel is safe.
You can say the same about the
Harrison.
back. It has the
Yeah.
same level of stats with actually really kind of good shot. Another V mag that's fantastic in speed because every VSBR has been just a good animation, and 2 tags.
Yeah.
It's good.
This is a very solid part. I mean, if you look at the shot, it's actually higher than the legs and the chest.
Yeah, no,
So
2500 while still
yeah,
keeping
very good.
2000 melee. It is doing just a little bit of everything for you. I can't say I like the weapons for any reason. I mean, it's cool that the Saber has a little bit of shot attack and shot defense.
I don't
With the
think we have
Federation.
many. I don't think we have many free weapons that do that.
That do both.
Shot attack and shot defense, both of them.
It's nice. Any kind of Sokai tier part that you happen to come across that has built-in shot attack is gonna kind of usurp that. But for 108 coins or whatever that shit was,
yeah, 104.
it's not the worst investment. You're gonna delete 4 accidentally.
And well, and as we said, it has the Force Space and Federation tag. The
Yeah.
Federation is still works pretty much in almost every build, and Force Space is
Federation
an
is in
all
fact a mixed
is
tag, like high
common.
firepower. Yeah.
Yeah, Force Space is common too. So
I don't think I like the guns. Yeah, 86 with nothing else going on, and I'm pretty sure both of them had kind of do other stuff. By date, be
yes,
more true.
they are not
Flat
breaking
shooting
any.
trait.
They're not breaking anything at all.
Flat shooting defense, flat shooting output.
You can filter by Zook. Oh, you have it already
Yeah.
found it. Okay.
Well, it was by date, so
hmm
I knew it was gonna be like
See,
3 weapons away.
the Zook is the better of the two.
Debatably.
The bazooka, Fed Commander. Commander is good.
But rifle's a rifle.
I know, but Commander is Commander.
Harrison himself is in a better place. I think he gets a better rap than Corrin does just because he has those split offenses and split defenses.
Yeah, and do notice that he beats up Gomuro Rei even as a free pilot, and his shot value is carried a bit by that shot defense being at
It
3.4.
converts pretty well as far as the 3-star goes. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's not going to touch the new freakish monsters in the standard pool.
Oh yes.
Like
The blue Preventer Wind.
Ciciamro or Preventer Wind, or for some reason, Regan
Haman.
Louise.
Oh yeah,
Second season Louise is just bonkers somehow.
she is.
Well, I guess both of them are second season. This is more of Regan Louise.
The awakened one.
Yeah. Got the glowy eyes. No, this is a good arena suit. I hate to say that's probably better balance overall than G04 that it replaced, because it probably is, and is worth picking up and slowly maxing out as you go. Every piece of it,
Indeed.
except for those poopy guns, has some kind of value that you can squeeze out of it.
Exactly. And do notice that considering the current requirements for the gears, the leg gears for word tags, the amount of commander and federation in this suit makes it really valuable.
It's not
You're
bad.
like you're one tag away from a 3-tagged suit.
I mean, you get yourself 4 pips of commander. Yeah.
Yeah, if you use the Zook, it's
If you
for
use a Zook, fine,
commander.
I'll use a Zook. I don't gotta like it, but I'll do it.
If it's good, it's good.
Oh, does it actually pip you up to 6 of 4 space? Yeah, it does. Neat.
See?
Yeah,
It's
the
close
moment you
enough.
slots drop some subs in here, it becomes perfectly usable. One
Yeah,
sub.
you can
one
use a
commander sub.
saber. You can use a saber with
You're already gonna tell me about Gremory Re, so
nah, exactly. He's a good sub for Harrison trait. So that works, I would say.
alright, and the only other thing that we didn't get to tackle last week, I don't know if you still want to touch on them slightly, depending on how long we've been rambling here, would probably
We can
be
give it. We can give it a nudge.
remaining last week's Sokai Festival banners that are staying up for 2 weeks, as they are a backlog banner. They give a little extra time to collect and hype about and try to track down in your local target. But
Yes.
Perfect Strike, Freedom, and Phantom. Phantom is something people have been clamoring for a long time. I don't think Phantom still has a kit. What kind of figure do we even have to base this off of?
I think it was Extreme Versus. We had it. They got the suit before we did.
Oh yeah, I know they did, but as far as there's really all it have is the robot spirits. I think
Probably.
legit all it has currently is a robot spirits figure.
But it does look great, so it's forgiven.
It looks good. It looks fantastic. But this is something that doesn't even have like a metal build or something you're putting together. It's straight up an action figure. I think the last time we had that happen was Game Hulk. You know what? Game Hulk still had old Double Zeta high grades. I'm pretty sure.
This robot spirits one
Well,
looks great.
I'm not gonna call it a high grade. I'm going to call it a 1/144 kit.
Yeah, just a
Yeah,
little scale, just a small
it
scale.
has ancient kits, so at least it has something. But Phantom literally only has an action figure at this point.
And to be honest, Phantom is a win.
Phantom's pretty great. You want to scoot at it so real quick. The thing that people keep yelling about is that head being like a
Mm.
definitive melee head for melee things. You know what? I'll be nice and I'll take a look at the alter version just to speed this up.
Yeah, no, the stats are all around bonkers. The traits are easy to trigger, and it works with 3 good tags: high mobility, close combat, and transformer. So
Right, because it
Phantom is
transforms into that weird splits flyer
see,
that
like
I
in
hate.
fighter close combat is easy.
It
You have them
is.
in
Close
you
combat's
have
very
them,
common and desirable.
and this opens up a lot of combinations, and that armor is just straight up crazy. This head has more armor than the whole legend suit altered.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Like, try burning levels. Also, look how dumb this looks.
I know. You have the other one. You have the other one down there with the flames on and transform,
Yeah.
which is even better.
I've never liked this transformation. I'll knock it all day. I understand what it does. I understand its purpose. I just think it looks silly.
I'm not gonna complain. It has a regular mobile suit that looks amazing all
Right,
around.
held
So
together with literally chewing gum and eye fields. But still, it looks amazing. This head looks amazing. Like, I love the design of it so much. I have
yes, and
half a
it
mind
gets
to
a
try
V
to grab
fin.
it for skinning.
I'm still tempted. If we
Even
don't
without
get
the
any,
flame fin. Like, that single horn looks fantastic in my opinion.
it does. It's just clean. It's a clean, solid design all around.
If I was made of money and or hero chips,
Uh,
I might try the step up. But I already did one tug on this banner and got exactly what I wanted, so I gotta cut my
mm,
losses.
I finished up finally GNL Tron with the other step up, so I'm behaving for now.
Any other Phantom parts you'd like to highlight? TLDR, as you can see from the Damien review pages we made, everything about it is
Exactly.
great. With the exception of maybe one or two of those melee weapons falling a bit short,
Mm,
everything is
I want to
wonderful.
I want to highlight the arms. Just a quick look. I would say that the arms are
Really, I didn't
pretty.
count.
The stats of the arms are just monstrous. If we go,
Non-integrated 10,000 by 4,700. Yeah,
it beats up hard on the build project Shining arms, which were a good standard for quite a while.
and they still are
They
because
still
they
are.
carry that incredibly heavy mobile fighter niche. It is still
Exactly.
integral to mobile fighter.
And they also have that grab that absolutely destroys everything. It's the only A plus X kill
Oh, it's
we
actually A
have with
plus.
with yes, not
Oh,
maxed.
crap! I thought it was still just A or A minus.
No,
Oof.
if you max the arms out, it's A plus.
Whew.
It's just a monster.
Well, Shining Finger
Uh,
deserves something.
exactly. So yeah, these arms are monstrous stat wise. Of course, as we said before, stats are the least evergreen feature in this game, so we jump stats fast.
Correct.
But
Also,
these
I
are
hate
good.
this.
If you get these arms, you can get a good sub and move on from it. Because well, let's pretend we don't see the awakening.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like this. Resist stats are weighted exactly the same as defense stats and damage calculation, except you get like a third of them distributed through parts. So that 70% resist might as well be another 20% defense. It is nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Good effort. I appreciate how much that's boosting. Too bad you can't combine that with Yata no Kagami off of Akatsuki, since they're
Exactly.
both awakenings. You tried. In fact, I'm pretty sure Beam Coat skills
No, you
boost by a
cannot stack.
similar amount when altered.
Hmm,
Without being
probably.
Poopy Awakening, with a Poopy Awakening cooldown and effect ratio.
Yeah.
No. We're on our way right now. We're already in the category. Where is, like, Ricky D head? Where are you, Ricky D?
Oh, might as well.
Yeah, it gets to 69%. It gets to the same level with a much more favorable, even at base level, much more favorable cooldown and effect ratio.
Hey, look at that. That's ally, not self.
I'm just highlighting one of a resist EX, because this is the one I know off
No,
the top of my head. There are many others
I know.
that are not
And
just betas.
this has a cool thing though. If you can get one that fits with the Phantom arms, you can stack them up. But yeah, I
Oh,
would not do that.
you can have 150% of the number 10? Whoa!
Yeah, resistance is not enough to change the world.
That's almost 15!
You're
Yeah,
gonna kill me
Beancoat's
one
the
of these
same way.
days.
I'm
But yeah,
gonna find something on here. Palestine? Still beta, son of a bitch. One of these is gonna be good.
I believe you. Let's just not check them all now.
No, we won't. We're going back to Phantom. Anything else you want to highlight on Phantom?
No, I would say it has a regular cutscene. It's a solid suit all around. If you get parts from it, rolling either the step up or chasing after it, you're not going to have any reason to complain mostly. So yeah, just enjoy. Phantom is a good one.
Oh, I found something else to complain about.
Oh no.
Technically, Phantom's Awakening being self and good team player Rick Diaz being beta means that Phantom's more selfish and therefore a worse skill. Because you are not spreading around the bonuses. Yep, there it is.
Well,
there's the guy. I'm pretty sure it was these twins that Damien was complaining about to me. Because that trait spread just isn't worth the investment.
Yeah, no, critical is not great.
And
but
when
I do
buffed,
I like the armor value. I like the armor value, and I like the attack value.
But that's the same stats in all the melee weapons, so just get a saber
but
instead.
if you look at it, the when buff thing is something that most people are using on the Cosmos shield. So
no. You don't get to play the Cosmos card. Cosmos gets away with it because of its second trait. Because it is going to be running the buffs anyway.
Both of them are when
yes,
buffed.
Unaltered Cosmos is not good. Altered Cosmos is amazing.
Yes.
I do not like a when buffed effect because it requires you to attach an external stimulus that you have to take up a slot for and has an inherent timer before it shuts itself off. I don't like the idea of them. Cosmos gets away with it though because it also has a buff up effect in the same exact part. So yeah, yes. You're going to be using it with buffs anyway. You have to, or else it's useless.
But yeah, then alright, then I would say if you're okay with it, let's jump to Perfect Strike, which is...
Yes. I have less to be angry about there.
I'm running away from the angry. Let's go on. So I can be angry.
Never mind, arm boost.
Perfect Strike gets me angry.
Why? How come?
The back.
What about it? I got it and I enjoyed it a lot.
I believe you do. It simply
trumped over... I don't know what you're implying.
It simply murderized all of the expectations that people had about this suit.
Alright.
It killed them all. Like, if you watch the preview, you see Sana using the perfect full burst, with those, the red bits on the wings. Yeah. They are dragoons, and here you don't use them at all in the suit. So people were like very disappointed with that.
I don't know. People were disappointed with Helios back, and then we found out there's going to be a free Helios that has a better version than people expected.
Let's hope the same happens for this back, or when it eventually gets 100. But yeah,
maybe an alternate attribute.
This hack skill is also unique. In a good way and in the weird way. I would say it's good because it does a tremendous amount of damage, but it's also 3 waves. So it can be bad if you want to overkill one enemy, but it's also amazing because you can use
Well,
the target toggle mid-shot.
hold on here. I feel like the 3 waves are okay for that. I don't think you can target toggle
For
useless.
overkill?
I think it disables your target. But
It does?
yeah, I'm pretty
Uh,
sure. But the multi-target aspect of this is that they're firing so fast that yes, while it will technically switch targets after killing, you need to destroy the first target close enough to you and fast enough for it to switch in time, because your shots are going fast enough. Or
it's
your shots are
railguns.
going too
Railguns are
fast.
fast.
Exactly. So I think it actually fits in overkill nicely because all 3 of those shots are impacting very quickly.
Tonight,
So,
I'll be eating
let's
chicken
get
Sure.
Patrick started off
Compared
screen real quick.
to
Cheers.
compared
Uber
to
Eats
our
is
good
delicious.
old well, someone is
That's
watching
pretty
Uber
fast.
Eats. It is.
It will switch targets, and it can get the third volley onto a new target. You just have to destroy the first one close enough to you, so it has time
Yeah.
to adjust before the third volley comes out.
I like the skill. I like the
I do
skill.
too.
It makes me sad that it doesn't do the same as, the Valkyrie backpack, where it could just trigger the funnels while doing something else.
That'd be an
I
idea.
feel like that's a waste, on the whole design.
Yeah, but those stats are tight though.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Other
Also,
thing of note.
as
Other thing of note on this is right next to it would be that saber.
oh yes, the saber is uncanny. You cannot go over the saber.
Don't even look at. I'm trying to cover my screen with my finger, but I realize that doesn't translate to the mirror. Don't even worry about the trait. That stat line, I love where they're placed. I don't care about how high the number is. I care about the distribution of that level of shot attack, that level of melee defense, and that level of just raw. That is a good spread for everybody.
Do you want me to ruin your fun?
No. So about the traits.
That has the same level of armor as Corin Axe.
Okay. Yeah, but look, it has extra stats. The thing I wanted out
No,
of Corin
I know.
Axe.
I just had to say it. The armor is
Extra
just
stats.
plain bad.
Cool, you have 2000 melee defense. It's
Oh no, I
inherently
agree with that.
not worth as much as armor somehow. I don't know. Armor's weird. Like,
Armor
we can
is
gush
good.
about 5 and 6k armor all day, but with the attack levels that we're putting out,
No, I'm
5 and
okay with
6k
that.
armor doesn't matter.
In League and in 1v1, as it is right now, the armor is starting to get more value due to the current multipliers. Yeah,
maybe multipliers.
Things scale very hard with another 700 or 600. But yes, jumping off of that train, the stats for this are absolutely bonkers placement wise. That melee defense converts perfectly fine. The melee attack is really great too. It's a saber. Starts at a bonkers value trait wise.
I will say that level 90 with some gold marks, that shot value beats out a 96 Akatsuki Saber for conversion,
Jesus.
for boosting my shot attack in my build. I was using a 96 Akatsuki Saber this whole time, converting the shot defense, and just
And
slapping
now
this
this
on
goes
at
over.
90, it beats it out.
Christ.
Not by much, but it's enough. So I can still keep raising it.
Yeah, and you have the that ridiculous
It still
value
has
of
Gundam
initial.
type. It's still S. It just replaced it for me.
Yeah.
The only thing it doesn't have
And
going on is beam resist.
still, it has a damage trait at a very high valuable and initial cooldown starting at 15,
Which is more than we've ever had.
Amazing.
It invalidates event tier right there from the
Exactly.
get-go.
Nothing that any weapon with S-type initial cooldown on event suits is straight up murder from this. If you got this, you can ignore every other weapon with initial cooldown that comes
Kinda.
out for S-type.
Because they max out at 12, which is a great number for 6-second EXs, but 15
Yeah,
is a bigger number.
it is. I think the only thing that this value, when it reaches level 10, that this doesn't activate, it's stuff like Tryon 3 chest piece and X1 Kai Kai legs.
Right,
So
the big boys.
yeah, so it's enough. More than enough.
I would have been happy if it started at 10%. But starting at 15 is just bonkers.
It is. I also like the Buster Sword.
And Buster Sword.
Yeah, the anti-ship
Same
laser
stat
gun.
level. So, of course, we're going to like that again. Ace Hi-Fi.
Yeah, we cannot disagree. We cannot disagree with this one.
And it has a double boost. I don't like
that
that 20%
starts
melee damage, but it has a double boost.
Yes, it's like
40-40.
If you use a melee build with that use B max skills, this one just carries it out, and it's complete. This is
beam shots,
universal.
If you use Rampage, I mean,
yeah, this is universal. The only restriction is beam. So
well,
and
and a
that's
glass
an X
jaw.
skill type.
And a glass jaw.
Yeah,
that 20% melee damage does catch up to you eventually.
The damage, yeah, if you get caught, yeah, that's gonna be a problem, no doubt. But if you're going to use this on a just like a semi-ranged suit, like either melee suit throwing crosswave,
just don't get hit.
If you don't get hit,
you're not wrong.
They die. Even if you use cutscenes, you can mitigate the damage you take by being on iframes.
Yeah.
So I cannot. You do so much damage, and this is the type of weapon that just 14 days in the growth hanger makes it go up by 4% trait wise. It's crazy.
Put that asterisk on there. The paid growth hanger.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a poor boy who has to get by on white tickets.
Yeah, white tickets even. With 14 white tickets, it should go to level 2.
Yeah, level 2, which I guess is okay.
It's 4%. Level 2, from level 1 to level 2, it's 4%, which is what makes this this new starting weapons at, so you would have like both traits at 27.
I really should just start shoving the saber into a white oven, even though I'm kind of out of high tier tickets, just to get it going on a higher stat base. Not even the ICD, which is just fine, but just having that higher stat base is going to do wonders down the road.
Yes, it will. And you can just put it there until level 4, and it shouldn't take more than 2 months. If you don't use blue tickets.
When you say it like that, it shouldn't take more than 2 months. I don't know. I am a little impatient in hearing 2 months, even though it's realistically not that long for this game. Bums me out.
Well, we are at almost at the end of an event. If you open your achievements, you should if you don't want to, you don't have to. But we have a trait nipper there, so you can level that up from level 1 to 2 instantly.
What?
Very soon.
For what?
Oh, you have them.
Where?
In the achievements.
We're a trait nipper.
Oh, you didn't notice?
Oh, cool.
Look at the events. It has.
I'm looking at it. We're gonna get it off the freeze. I haven't been paying attention to the freeze after they gave us all that capital.
And if you look at the other ones, there's even one for pilot and one for X skill. That's really good. I mean, I'm gonna get my pilot to level 7 to slowly get those level 10 bonus from the marks. But yeah, this is just...
So 2 more guarantees gets us an AI, and It's gonna be gold marks. Something gets us there. Skill knife. A couple more times 10s.
Yeah, we can probably get a few more polls this Wednesday, and just logging in, we get
Just
enough
logging
for
in on
this.
the track, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good
So,
PSA. Prepare yourself for bonus items. Make sure you keep logging in. Is there too much
and
more to discuss on this week's drop
I
docket?
would just say we can approach what is coming next week. We have a new arena starting with mid-range tag, which should not be an issue for most people. We have our RX-78, which
Takes
is
care of a lot of
everywhere,
that, yeah.
and we also have what Caradin and TR6 as the standards, and we also currently have a step-up banner that is very, very good.
It's the lucky bag. I enjoy the lucky bag. I have dumped my
This
chips
is,
into the lucky bag before.
I'll be very honest with you. This is probably one of the better lucky bags we had,
It is.
because the you get minimum 12 Sokai parts.
Throughout the entire thing, yes.
If you do 7.5 Haro coins into this, yes. And it goes to up to P unicorn, so you can get those legs for that tremendous bonus if you want to. If you're going full meta, yeah.
Well,
or you can follow.
how do you figure a minimum 7 if the last step is all Sokai parts and it's times 10?
Yes, 10 Sokai parts, clearly, no doubts there.
So minimum would then be what? 11?
You get one.
11 with a chance of 12?
You get one guaranteed at 6, 10 at the last step, and then the 12th at the choice.
Right. That makes sense. Whatever that ticket at
So
the end goes towards.
yeah, and the ticket at the end, it lets you choose up to, I think it was Hot Scramble.
Yeah, let's find out, because that would actually be kind of neat if it's that recent. I have dumped in these before, and that's how I've gotten my full armor unicorn up to 99. Is this helped a whole lot? This current one I'm gonna have to skip, but it's still nice. Oh hey,
Oh no,
Jagged
it's
Archie's
not.
in there, Gian Ultron's in there, Shia's in
Yes,
there. You got some good stuff going up to POW.
you have the full armor unicorn has those legs. Jack Darchi has those guns, and Chia has and Gialtron are both melee gods.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say if you guys have badges for this, it's great to chase if you're building up a good suit.
Granted, alteration might be a little wacky, but still, it's good.
Yeah, they're good base value
You'll
parts.
be able to alter them someday.
Yeah.
Oh, Bustus is in here too. Neat. Wait, is it? No, that's Justice Knight.
Yeah,
Justice Knight, who I actually really enjoy the arms on, altered.
Yes, the
because
arms are very
easy
easy to use. I'm very tempted to just dump on it and get those arms.
Unless one of your steps gets you the arms ahead of time.
I know.
No, JK, you're getting like 4 VO parts.
But this let me finish one of my Sokai sets, so I'm already happy with that. So I'm behaving for now. Mm-hmm. Also, do notice, guys, all the Batlog suits, the Battle Log suits are not available in this banner.
Specifically, per notices, they're not letting you get them from this.
But this is still a good banner, just doesn't have those suits.
Oh no, I'm missing out on Live Lance and all of its Lance support.
Yes, and I'm missing out on Blazing and its Tonfa support.
I guess. I guess actually getting a second Tonfa fixed all the Tonfa's problems. So it's kind of vital.
Yeah, Live Lance and Helios with that universal head.
Yeah, I guess, though Live Lance is still Lance. All of Lance support exists on Live Lance in a single Kamaris backpack.
But yes, they are good suits. I would say let's see what happens eventually.
Yeah,
But for now, if you're trying to beef up some new parts, or you have one specific part you want to get, this is the banner to use.
it is handy, and it is efficient as far as your chip usage goes. You're getting a
Yes,
lot of material worth for very little chip investment, even if it's a bit of a scattershot.
it is a bit. Yes, the main advantage is still the, as we talked about, the choice ticket, because you can get what you want.
Yeah,
But getting 11 gold parts before that should be okay.
could do some bonus pulls on screen for our subs for content. Oh boy, a really cool looking EX. All of Green Frame stuff is really cool looking.
It
It's a
is.
shame they're
They,
just
they,
like
they used it.
there.
They used the base for green frame on a lot of suits.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm actually excited about blues. Blues are my favorite to get.
Yeah.
No,
Are
not
you
even mad.
saving? Are you saving on those level 3 tickets?
Yeah. I got quite a few of them to finally cave in on and grab something down the road.
I'm probably going to use them when I start to level my infighter,
Level 4.
level, because this is probably the best way to do it. You can just use those
Oh,
tickets
for
and grab
sure.
pilots that you don't have and level them up
I might have
with
to grab some.
the.
Wait, is Louise a supporter?
Hmm?
Is Louise a supporter?
I don't think so.
Uh,
She's a defender, I think.
I need a few
Louise.
points of supporter, so I'll probably try to find a 3-star supporter that will actually do something for me and latch onto that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kind of gross, Gina, and not in a good way.
Mm,
Yeah. You know what? It's more outfighter points for me. I'll take it.
exactly. It's easy mode.
hmm I don't think I have a whole much more to talk about for this week's selection. We should have some exciting stuff coming down the road, though, especially once we get a small little preview potentially tonight of what we have in the
Yes.
future.
We are going to be next week, starting this Wednesday. It's when we get the final premium materials. So keep logging in, everyone, and doing
PMC.
your achievements.
And then you can agonize about which 2 pilots to buy for like 6 days.
Exactly. This time, probably, I might not buy pilots.
Or you can get 2 more Dynamis heads. Excellent plan.
I might start cheating out B that side arms.
It's not the worst thing. They are a huge amount of value for being big.
Yeah.
I kind of want
And
to see what
that close combat tag is
I
just there.
kind of want to see what S into P looks like.
Oh, last time I checked, that was like 11k and 5k defense.
That's silly. Since
That's
we're now
very
looking at
silly.
a 50% transfer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's clearly value. If you can deal with the tags, of course.
Yeah.
But it has at least one close combat tag, so it's okay. So yeah, that's it, everyone. Except if, unless you don't forget to check your league scores, don't forget to check your arena shop.
Try your best, but don't stress too hard about it. This is the
Uh-huh.
first experimental phase of League. Everyone's going to get ranked up pretty easily from just being fairly well placed. If not, you're going to have an easier time next time as all the tryhards get pushed up in rank. So don't worry about it. Just kind of have fun with it. We have an infinite 3v3 mode. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Don't get too frustrated at the buffers just phasing through your attacks.
Oh god, that's so bad. Oh, let me use this amazing cutscene,
When,
and the guy just buffs and you
when
fake
you
and
drop a
and you just.
rock, and after the rock falls, you see there's 2 guys standing with defense buff icons finishing on them. Yeah,
Oh god, no, that's just.
because they
Uh,
happen to just buff through the blast wave. Yeah, it's funny. That and those
it is.
horrible little ridges on the current map just blocking Twin Buster and any other projectile. I cannot wait for that to go away.
Mm.
I cannot stand that I have to go stand on top of the mountain to actually spin properly. Or else a tiny little 3-inch ridge is going to block it.
I'll be honest. At the current stage, I've been being so casual about it. I'm just double buffing and dropping rocks.
Yeah, no, it
Oh,
works.
you're alive? My 100% cooldown will drop another rock on top of you.
I was
Is it
spinning,
taking
and it's
too
fine.
long?
Spinning works. I'm just frustrated that this particular map is actually obstructing spin. For the dumbest of reasons.
Spin more. Spin to win.
No, I'm too poor to have 100% cooldown. I'm using triggers to get 3 uses.
See, you can use your premium materials to get that.
Yeah, the PMC to help pad out your cooldown build to be that guy.
Exactly.
You're on your way to being that guy.
It helps.
No, any little bit helps. Unless you can think of anything else you want to talk about this week.
No, I don't think so. Let's eagerly await for what comes. We should get plenty of surprises. And on the 19th, they released the battle log episodes themselves.
I cannot wait.
I'm eager, very eager. But
I
let's see.
don't even know the length. No one does, so I don't know if they're going to be 15 minutes like Tri-Bad Log was. If they're going to be full-length episodes, or if they're going to be baby Twilight Access chunks. I don't know, but whatever we get, it's going to be hype.
I would be happy with just 1 hour of content. Even if half an hour, I would be happy.
Yeah, and then you can watch it as a movie afterwards.
Yeah.
Like a GM's counterattack or an Island Wars size production afterwards.
Yeah, that would make total sense.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Well, anyway, this has been the GNL Redive for the week. I've been the other MC, and you have been Melga, and the audience has been wonderful.
Later, everyone.
If you want to come check us out on the primary Discord, it would be discord.gg/gbm, your place for tips, tricks, stats, and strats, your favorite Gundam Breaker news. Otherwise, you all be excellent, and have a wonderful weekend. Unless it's Monday.